Hello, Dan from Lucky Labs, and if you're getting this video, you are going to be taking home one of our puppies that have been through either our 2-week or 4-week training program. So a 2-week trained puppy is going to be 10 weeks old, and a 4-week trained puppy will be 12 weeks old. So I want to mention a couple pitfalls that people fall into, and hopefully if this was you, this will help you before you run into the troubles. So the most common mistake that we have is unrealistic expectations. So people that get a 4-week trained puppy once in a while think the puppy will be completely trained. There's no work we have to do. And that's unrealistic. You're going to have a puppy that's going to need work and reinforcement for the first year. They'll have had a great start, but it's definitely not over. And what determines the success, there's two components. One is how your puppy's been trained and what it responds to and what it's used to responding to. And the second variable in there is the skill of the trainer. So if you have a lot of skill training, it's going to be very easy for you. But if you have no idea what to do, then it's going to be tough. Even if the puppy's been trained. Training is a skill, just like I use this analogy that, let's say a guitar, okay? You watch a video to learn how to play guitar. You spend 2 or 3 hours watching videos, and then you get your guitar and you go perform in concert, right? No. Playing guitar takes practice. Playing any instrument takes practice, repetitive practice over time. Critique, improvement, analysis, and improvement. Training is the same way. It takes, I'm going to say, a couple years for a person to become a great trainer. You can't just watch a video, go, oh, that's what you do, and do it. There's timing skill involved in there that a lot of people don't even realize. So if you don't have any experience training, that's okay. That's okay. You're still going to love your puppy. But what we don't want you to think is that you get this puppy home and it's going to listen to anybody at any time, regardless of distractions and regardless of who's saying the commands. In the beginning, the puppy is trained to respond to our trainer's voice. So if it's Carly or any let's say it's any young woman trainer, she's going to have a different tone of voice than I have. If I say sit, that's different than Carly saying sit. I'm not making fun of you, Carly. I'm trying to make a higher pitched voice. So the dog doesn't understand English yet. The dog understands the sound pattern. So what's important in the beginning is that you try to imitate the sound pattern of the trainer in the video that you get. If you can do that, the dog will understand, oh, that's what this person means. But first you have to get the dog's attention. You can't just say sit from anywhere in the room. And if the dog's playing or looking at something else, the dog will sit for you. You need to get the dog's attention and then issue the command. Try to imitate the sound of the trainer's voice in the beginning, and then over time, and this is, let's say, a 1-year service dog. Over the course of 1 year, that service dog may have 8 or 10 different people issuing the command sit in different tones, and it learns all those different tones mean the same thing. So that's the first mistake in the beginning. The second one, I think the biggest mistake people make is potty training. So in the short time that we have the dog, even in the 4-week program, we teach the puppy not to go in our house, not to go in her playpen, and not to go in the training room outside. We do that by constant supervision. So we will not take our eyes off the dog while the dog's in the house. If you do, the dog's going to go, and now you've taught the dog to go in the house. So, excuse me. In the beginning, it knows not to pee inside of our house, and it knows when we take it outside, that's the outside. So any room outside of our house is the outside. It doesn't understand that your house is also a house yet. So what you have to do is really watch your dog for the first week or two. If you have to cook, if you have to go to the bathroom, put the dog in the crate. The crate is a third person to supervise your dog, and that way the dog will not go. Bring it outside, hopefully it goes, put it in the crate, and then go take your shower. It needs constant supervision until it has built enough repetition pooping and peeing outside and not in your house. If it does go in the house, you need an enzymatic cleaner to get rid of that smell. If you just use anything else, vinegar and water, Mr. Clean, anything, it is not going to take the smell away. Dogs can smell, our labs can smell 3 parts per million. So you can scrub that floor till the cows come home, and it's still going to smell that it peed there. And the next time it goes, it's going to find that spot and go back on that spot. So not letting it make one mistake is your job at home. And once it learns that your house is a house, then maybe it goes to a neighbor's house, and that house is a house. Then it starts to realize, oh, all these things are houses. I don't pee in them. Potty training happens. It can happen as quickly as a week or two, or it could happen over the course of 5 months if you let them make a lot of mistakes in the house. So almost never do the dogs pee in our house. I'm going to say 1 in 100 times. We might not catch them, and we might miss that, or they might go as we're rushing them out. But if they do squat to pee, clap your hands, make a loud noise, scare them so that they stop, hopefully, and rush them out. Bring them outside, reward them outside. So when I say reward, so a reward is eye contact, touching, or talking. It doesn't have to be a treat. It's your attention. So if your dog goes in the house and you go, oh, Sparky, you're such a bad boy. You went in the house, and then you rub his head. You're looking at him, you're talking to him, and you're touching him. You're rewarding him for going in the house. If they go in the house, it's complete silence. You pick them up, bring them outside in silence. You don't make eye contact, and you let them go outside, and you're completely silent until they go. If your dog's one of the ones that does the trick, as soon as you bring it back inside, it goes, then if you know this is going to happen and you're in charge and the dog's not in charge, then you just bring it inside the porch and you wait it out. You wait 10 minutes. You might have to wait an hour. You might have to wait half an hour. But as soon as it gets ready to go, you're right close to the door and you whoosh it back out, and then you reward it with your attention outside. Touch, talk, and eye contact. You can give it a treat, but that's above and beyond the contact rewards. So that's potty training. So we do have them potty trained usually at our house, but again, they don't understand that your house is also a house. They know it's outside of our house, but they don't know your house is a house yet. It's a common thing that we tend to forget. And I should have probably back up quickly. One of the biggest troubles we run into is somebody that's had dogs before, especially an older person that's had 4 or 5 dogs, and they say, I've had dogs all my life. I know what I'm doing. It's been this, the same, every dog my whole life. But this is a new dog. This isn't the same dog, and it might or might not give you the same result. I can tell you in a litter of 8 puppies, there's 8 different puppies in there, and they all need a little bit different training. So even within a litter, we don't assume that we're just going to train the dog like this and it's going to work on this dog. This is a new dog. It's an individual dog. You're at a different point in your life. You have a different experience. You might be older, younger. You might have kids. You might not have had kids. Everything's changed for you, and you have a different dog. So don't just assume that you can superimpose an old routine on them. You're going to have to learn them, analyze them, and adapt and do what works for them and you. Nipping. Nipping is especially prevalent at the 12-week mark. So a puppy that's gone home at with the 4-week training, they're just comfortable. They're just learning to put everything in their mouth. They don't have thumbs. They can't pick things up. They put everything in their mouth. And it seems to get worse right around then. We do have some videos. If you do need help, just give us a quick email and we can send you a few videos that will help. But this goes back to who's in charge. So if the puppy's nipping you, Puppy's in charge. You should never let the puppy nip you, not once, if you're in charge. And if that means putting on a leash and holding the leash, that's what that means. Every time the puppy actually gets you, nips your arm, nips your face or something, first of all, if they're nipping, don't put your face down there. And don't pick your puppy up. Puppy doesn't earn that right to be up next to you until it learns not to mouth you. And it's not aggression. Excuse me again. Labs can't be aggressive until like close to the year mark. Even if a puppy's growling and biting, it's play growling and play biting. They're not aggressive. And if you're thinking that's aggression, that's your level of training showing. You need to learn there that this is just play biting, and what do I do? How do I tell the puppy I don't want to play like this? Because the puppy's controlling you at that point. You're not in charge. Nipping. So again, if your puppy is mouthy, you want to give it a treat with a flat hand, and you want the puppy to take the treat with their tongue. If they put their teeth on you to get the treat, they don't get the treat. That's teaching them they can put their teeth on you. No teeth. So if you want to hold it like this, if they're not biting too hard, and then finally you feel the tongue, you can release the treat to the tongue. And you do that 15 or 20 times, they're going to realize, I can't put my teeth on, my tongue gets the treat. So this is, the puppies don't come with any skills. Every single thing is taught either on purpose or by accident. You might not realize you're teaching them something. And if you do have trouble, let us know. We will likely be able to guide you in the right direction. If you think of Cesar Romero, how he rehabilitates pit bulls that are aggressive and bite, surely your puppy's rehabilitatable. If they've learned the wrong things by now, you've just let that happen by accident. You just have to stop that, and they will want to love you and want to follow what you want. They just don't understand what you want. Hasn't been made clear yet. I did talk about the who is in charge. Who is in charge is probably the biggest problem. People will call us and say, the puppy's nipping. And I'll say, well, who's in charge? And probably half the time people go, the puppy's in charge. That's beautiful. It shows that you love the dog. But at the same time, just like a human baby can't, or a toddler can't have free reign over whatever they want. They need guidance and structure. So you have to provide that to your dog. And if your dog is doing anything, it's a result of either not being taught not to do it by you or being taught to do it by you. It's 100% falls back on the owners and the trainers, and it's just something you don't understand you're doing usually, because everybody loves their dog. You either don't understand it or you think you're teaching them a certain way and it's not being effective. But if that's the case, we recommend to everybody, get a trainer, get into training classes. Even my wife and I, when we train puppies, we will critique each other. And I will say, my report card's probably 60, 70% on the training scale. And hers is, well, I won't talk about hers because this is a recording. But we're constantly critiquing each other because it's a skill that constantly needs to be worked on. If trainers stop training dogs, sure, they can remember it years down the road, but they might be a little bit rusty, and it takes a little bit to get back in the swing of things for them. But love your puppies. Don't expect them to be completely trained and finished at this point. The training has just begun, and use those principles, and we hope you have a great time and success with them.